If you do get Google Business working for your bookkeeping business, then you can come do things like this. So I am touring Colorado, and I have folks in Houston where our office is, our bookkeeping office. They're working there, and I'm coordinating, talking with prospective clients and our existing clients. And I've built that business, well, largely because of Google Business Profile, okay? So local search. And I'm going to tell you in this video right here, the secret that I used. So this technique, it applies to every business. We are a bookkeeping firm and we serve real estate clients with their books, but it really, for any new business, this can work. If you're a bookkeeper and you want to build a better life, I think these techniques are going to help you. My name is Thomas. I'm the real estate bookkeeper, and I help bookkeepers convert their skills into real businesses with teams where you can be out exploring the world and doing sales calls while other folks on your team solving problems and you're growing your firm, okay? So the 3 things I'm going to talk about in this video, all Google Business Profile setup secrets. Number 1 is going to be the secret to getting an awesome location for your Google Business Profile, getting it set up in a place that's going to generate awesome leads and not cost a lot of money. Number two is going to be how to set up your business name to improve SEO, search results. And number 3 is going to be how to get the reviews, okay? How to get reviews for your new business that's going to boost you in the Google search rankings. Are you ready? Let's get into it. So the problem with the Google Business Profile that new businesses will run into is that you really want a good-looking office location, professional office location that shows up when people search for you, and it shows the building and it looks good, it looks professional, but that costs money. And as a new business, you don't have that money. The other problem is that you might not be in a location geographically that has your target audience, right? Your client, your ideal customer avatar, right? So that's another barrier. So what a lot of people end up doing is they put their home as their Google business location, but it's not near their ideal client and it doesn't look professional. So here's how I got around those issues, and we ended up getting really great clients. They're like my best clients. They're super strong quality leads, okay? They're local, and we didn't have to pay a lot of money for it. What you do is you go to the city or what have you where your target client avatar is. Now, you might actually want to make a road trip out of this. You might want to fly to a different city. So for example, we're a bookkeeping firm, and while we already have a great catchment in Houston, I've considered flying to like Los Angeles or somewhere in California or New York and doing the technique that I'm about to show you. But the main thing is you need to find a co-working location in the place where your target avatar is going to be when they search, when they get on their phone and they search for your service. Now, the problem with that is that Google will not allow you to just get like a general common area subscription. You need an actual suite, because whenever you set up your Google Business Profile, you're going to have to use a video. You're going to have to record yourself going into the office, showing your placard, showing your shingle hanging on the wall with your business name. You're going to have your key. You unlock it. You go into your suite. They can see it's your office. You have all your equipment in there that's relevant to your business, maybe some marketing stuff in there that shows that it's your business, right? You have an actual location with a mailbox where people can come and visit your office. That's what Google is looking for, a suite that clients and customers can go to visit your office, right? Because they're going to be searching on Google for a local place. They need to be able to go there and meet with you, okay? So what you do, or what I did, I have to interrupt because what I'm about to show in this video is something that I would not recommend that you do. I'm going to show you what happened because it is the story of the real estate bookkeeper. But if you do what I do, it may infringe upon Google's policies and it may cause problems in your business. I'm about to show you how I got permission from a local building owner that had offices that you could rent as well as co-working space. I got permission to stage one of the empty offices and put up some temporary signage in order to get my Google Business Profile successfully verified. That did work, and we got clients. I met with clients here, and I ultimately rented this suite that you see right now. So now I'm completely in line. Everything worked out for me. But You run a risk if you do that, so I'm not recommending you do. Instead, find an existing business owner that has a suite and ask if you can sublet a desk within their office. But if you do it that way, you could have huge savings on the office suite. You could even store some stuff there, and you could form a relationship with that local business owner. There's a lot of benefits. The other thing that you could do is just get the co-working spot, but when you set up your Google business profile, you list yourself as a service area business. You just don't put in an address. Even if that verifies with your Google business profile, later they could ask you to verify it with the video, and then you're right back at square one. So I would just deal with it right up front if I were you. If you want more anecdotes like this, like I'm about to show you, this is the real stuff, subscribe to the channel, give the video a like. Let's get back to the video. Or what I did, I went ahead and got the common area because the suite is expensive, right? I found a small local one, not like a big franchise, but a small co-working space where I could actually meet the owner. I went in there, I met the owner of the building, and I said, here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get this going for my Google business profile. Here's what I need. What I want to do is I want to go ahead and pay for 3 months of co-working space up front, whatever they need. And all I want is a key for 1 hour to one of these empty suites that they hadn't rented out yet, so I can do my Google business profile. And would you be willing to hook me up with that? And whenever I get the clients from this technique, then I'm going to rent an office, which, by the way, we did. The whole thing worked perfectly. I went to FedEx, printed out the logo of my business on like some transparent paper, like a transparent material. And then on the suite where like the door is, I put that in the little placard because it was empty. So basically you want to put a sign there as well. When you do your Google business profile, everything looks legit. You got the key, you go in, you see the placard, you see your brand. I kind of like staged it so that it looked like our office in there. And I got my Google business profile done very soon after we were getting calls. The other technique that I used to give a bonus to the SEO, the local Google business profile SEO search, was to name my business the search term. What do I mean? You're watching right now The Real Estate Bookkeeper on YouTube. This is the show, okay? But the actual business is Bookkeeping Conroe. That's because the town is named Conroe. When my target avatar, my target client searches in Google, what are they going to search? They're going to search something like bookkeeping services in Conroe or Conroe bookkeeping or something like this. So when they see my name pop up in the local Google search results, it's exactly what they're looking for. It doesn't say something like, priority bookkeeping services or something like that. I don't know. There's a million things that people name their businesses, but mine is the exact search terms. People might be searching for your business name, but they also might be searching with intent to find a service provider like that. It's getting both search intents in one, right? So search intent is something that you might want to look up, but basically what are people trying to find when they search you? If you name your business, the actual service that it provides in the location that it is, it's super good for SEO ranking, but also when people see it, they're like, that's exactly what I need. That's exactly what I want. I want something local. There's the service, bing, bang, boom. And also the other benefit is if they ever see your brand anywhere else, they know exactly what it is without any explanation. Bookkeeping Conroe, they get it. Like they know it's a bookkeeping service in Conroe, Texas. So the last thing is your reviews. You need to be getting this ready as you're setting up your Google profile. You need to have I'd say at least 10 Google reviews, 5-star Google reviews. Now you might be thinking, I don't have any clients, so how could I have reviews? Whether it's your family and friends, or you could go to one of those networking groups, that'd be a great one, and just give consultation. So you need to ask them, hey, do you feel like this was a 5-star consultation? If not, tell me why. Okay, if they say no, then you need to innovate and implement those changes. Do it again, get your 5-star review, and then give them the link to give you a 5-star review on your Google business profile. If you have over 10 5-star reviews on Google business profile and You're in the local area of where your people are going to be searching, and especially if your website is optimized for those search terms, and especially if you've named your business like I've suggested, you're gonna pop up in the map pack. Okay, what is the map pack? That's like when someone searches on their phone or on the desktop, there are 3 locations in their local area that pop up as recommendations. You're gonna end up being in some of those searches, okay? And you'll start getting calls. You just make sure your Google business profile has your phone number. By the way, like this is a different subject, but you need to get a Google or a business phone line, because otherwise you're going to start getting a ridiculous amount of spam. I use something called Quo.com. You can get whatever you want, but those will be good problems to have, right? People calling you too much. So those are the 3 techniques. All right, I'm back from Colorado. It was a fantastic trip. I saw a lot of cool things, and I visited family members. And this is the first episode, the first true episode of The Real Estate Bookkeeper. This show is all about helping you discover ways to build a similar life. If you like what you're seeing here with how I live my life, which is, yes, I have my office here in Conroe, Texas, the greater Houston area. I have a team, and I've organized the business in such a way that I can serve my clients both here locally and all across the United States remotely, while not being here physically necessarily, okay? So most of the time I am here, but I take these trips, and that's going to kind of be the show. I'm going to go to these other cool locations so that we have a nice backdrop. And you can also see that what I'm teaching you is true. I'm living, the thing that you may be interested in. So you might be a bookkeeper who is running their own business, and it's just you, and it feels a lot like a job, a low-paid job with a lot of stress, with no help, where you're having to figure everything out yourself, do everything yourself. You don't get benefits like if you're working for a company. There's all kinds of risk. You're maybe not sleeping well. There's all kinds of problems, right? I'm going to show you in this show, The Real Estate Bookkeeper, how to build a business where you have other folks helping you and you have resources, and ultimately it's something that you can sell. Because if you're just working your own job, you're not building an asset, okay? I'm going to teach you how to build an actual asset. So, if you want to see more, if you want to see the next episode in The Real Estate Bookkeeper, subscribe to the channel and check out this video as well. Thank you for joining me. I'm very excited about this journey that we're both going to be going on. If you have any questions, or if there are things that you want to see, things that you want to know, hit me up in the comments. And by the way, if you want to join the weekly live webinar in which I answer questions and we have some time to answer more specific Q&A stuff, then of course, click on the link in the video description, join the webinar. See you there. Bye-bye.